Welcome back to Highlight News. I'm your host, Chloe Cluche, and today we are covering a very important story surrounding water footprints and how they're affecting producers and consumers within our community. We have Kaylin reporting on this topic with a lead scientist working with Don's Bakery. Kaylin, to you.
Thanks, Chloe. I'm Kaylin, on-site reporter, and I'm here with Dr. Daniels, lead scientist. Dr. Daniels, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Dr. Daniels, can you explain who you are, what your company is, and what you're doing?
Well, I'm a scientist working with Don's Bakery currently, and we're working on reflecting and bringing attention to companies' water footprints, as it's a largely relevant problem in today's society.
So, Dr. Daniels, for some of us who are less educated, could you explain to us what exactly a water footprint is?
Alright, well, a water footprint, to put it simply, is a measurement of the water used to produce each individual good or service used in daily life. So, as a scientist, I like to categorize it into one of three groups. So, a green water footprint is one that's water from precipitation, usually used for agricultural needs. The second group would be a blue water footprint. A blue water footprint is surface or groundwater, and it's usually used in domestic needs for day-to-day life. And finally, the third group would be a gray water footprint. And a gray water footprint is fresh water that's required to assimilate pollutants.
Ah, yes, you have mentioned your green water footprint. So how is your company working towards lessening their green water footprint?
So what Don's Bakery has been doing is they've been looking for a more green supplier for about the past 6 months. And they actually came to the conclusion after, going across to different studies and different suppliers that it's more green for them to actually grow their own wheat. And this came about in a study that was done in Beijing. And this study in Beijing ended up showing that they could reduce their water usage by about 33.3% without massively declining their agricultural yield. So they kept this almost the same yield, but they used 33.3% less water.
So your company has been known to be a green company even outside of this study that you've been looking at. I just want to know how so?
So every year about 30% of food that is produced ends up being wasted. And on top of that, foods require liters upon liters of water to produce. So why are we wasting the water to make the food that we're just going to waste to begin with?
That's a great question, Dr. Daniels.
Did you know that it takes about 1,040 liters of water to make 1 kilogram of potato chips? But it also takes 1,755 liters of water for only one sausage? And that's only the beginning of a list of insane amounts of water required to produce different foods. So what Don's Bakery is doing is they're reusing different foods that they don't sell on the day of production, and they're using it in tomorrow's production to reduce this insane amount of waste.
Thank you, Dr. Daniels. This is Kaylin, the on-site reporter, giving you the down low on H2O. Back to you, Chloe.
Thank you. So as you can see, the water footprint is a huge issue regarding companies. Many companies, such as Don's Bakery, are looking at ways to reduce theirs with the help of scientists and experts in the field. This is Chloe Cluche highlighting the news for you, wishing you a good night.